Thanks for streaming the Wickham Sound Pub Quiz. Due to copyright restrictions, we can't play the songs between the quiz questions on YouTube and Facebook. To hear the full programme, including all the songs, please tune in to Wickham Sound on 106.6 FM in High Wycombe, or you can find us on Radio Player. We'll be back with the quiz just as soon as the songs are finished.
Sound weather.
So a cool and mostly dry night tonight. The odd chance of a shower. There's going to be some clear spells towards the end of the night, though. Breezy with a brisk southwesterly wind. Now, more unsettled weather tomorrow. That sounds great, doesn't it? It's going to stay rather cloudy for a time tomorrow with thundery showers possible. Don't blame me, I'm just reading it. Temperatures tonight down to 11 degrees. Tomorrow 20. And sunrise tomorrow morning is at 4:51.
It's the Rob Lesperance Wednesday Night Pub Quiz. Hour 1.
So here we are then at show 14 and 2 more to go. The penultimate pub quiz tonight. And then you can have your Wednesday nights back. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in. Now, of course, we're live on Wickham Sound. We're also live this evening on Facebook Live and on YouTube. If you've been trying to listen to Wickham Sound earlier today, we've been having some technical problems with our transmitter. They are now fixed, so we are all up and running. We've cranked up the wattage. We're all very good now, so we should be all right the way through until 10 o'clock this evening. Now, the quiz tonight, we have 4 rounds for you, which are this evening pot luck. I'll come back to that. Round 2 is TV and film. Round 3 is the wipeout round, as always, of course. Round 4 tonight will be music, and then we, of course, have 2 quick-fire music rounds as well. Both quick-fire music rounds are artist and title, with the opportunity to win yourself some bonus points at the end as well. So round 1 is pot luck. Round 2 is film and TV. Round 3 tonight, Wipeout. Round 4, music. And, of course, the 2 quick-fire rounds. What I hear you cry is pot luck. Well, you'll have to wait and find out. It's a mixture of all sorts of things. studio@wickhamsound.org.uk. studio@wickhamsound.org.uk. If you want to play along and have your scores marked, please send us your team name and the round you would like to play your joker on to studio@wickhamsound.org.uk. Thanks for streaming the Wickham Sound Pub Quiz. Due to copyright restrictions, we can't play the songs between the quiz questions on YouTube and Facebook. To hear the full programme, including all the songs, please tune in to Wickham Sound on 106.6 FM in High Wycombe, or you can find us on Radio Player. We'll be back with the quiz just as soon as the songs are finished. First song on the show tonight, Janet Jackson, Together Again. 8 minutes after 8, here we are then, 1st of July. 1st of July? Really? And we are off to a really cracking start here tonight. So we have news. Everybody, from Quizzy McQuizface. This has made me smile. This is the sort of thing that is exactly why we're doing this. It says, so Quizzy McQuizface are back again this week after not joining in last week due to, and I quote this, popping out a new team member born at 9:41 p.m. during the pub quiz last week. We would have won last week too. Well, first of all, well done. Very good indeed. Congratulations. That's fabulous. Thank you very much indeed. What is really interesting though about that message is it suggests that you were actually playing the pub quiz last week whilst in labour, which is very commendable. If that is what you did, I think you should get a prize for that. Very good indeed. Well, I hope everybody's well and healthy, and it's lovely to have you back with us this week. Really, congratulations from the team at Wickham Sound. Rob is a lovely name, by the way. If Rob, just saying, or Robert, yes, because it's a timeless name. Just sort of like sow that seed there anyway. Congratulations, McQuizfaces. That's fantastic news. Fantastic news. Now, if you did miss last week's show, we tried speaking in French. If you missed it, it was a disaster. And it sounded like this.
Previously.
Okay, question number 3 this evening. I'm going to have to speak a little bit of French here. What has the motto "Fais que ça te voudra," which basically in French, the translation, because my French is just awful. I can't do that's not. I know that's not how you say it. It means do what thou wilt. Fais QUE. Luke, how do you say Q? Eh? Care. Fais que te voudra. It's falling apart already, everybody. Fais que te voudra. Anyway, do what thou wilt. I'm not even going to attempt the French. Do what thou wilt. French teacher has now recorded the answer to this on his phone and pronounced it properly and sent it through to us, and it sounds like this.
Fais ce que tu voudras.
There you go. That's very nice of you.
Fais ce que tu voudras.
Thank you very much indeed. That's made me feel very silly now. One more time.
Fais ce que tu voudras.
Thank you very much, Luke Ashman, French teacher. And apparently he said my pronunciation was like a bottom of the class year 7. At least I didn't make myself look an idiot. Not much. Right, studio at wickhamsound.org.uk. Tell us your team name. Tell us which round you want to play your Joker on. Either Potluck, Film and TV, Wipeout, Music, or one of our 2 quickfire music rounds. And the quiz starts next.
We'll do it.
Thanks for streaming the Wickham Sound Pub Quiz. Due to copyright restrictions, we can't play the songs between the quiz questions on YouTube and Facebook. To hear the full programme, including all the songs, please tune in to Wickham Sound on 106.6 FM in High Wycombe, or you can find us on Radio Player. We'll be back with the quiz just as soon as the songs are finished. Patrol and Chasing Cars. Okay, so we're about to start Potluck, our first round tonight. Before I do that, can I just say hello to Shona? Sent an email into us just before the show tonight. I just need to read this out to you. It says, "Hi Rob, just thought I should get in touch as this might be the last pub quiz you do." No, actually next week, Shona. One more. Don't worry, then you're free. It says, "My friends and I and husband, in brackets, have been getting together via WhatsApp every Wednesday night since the very beginning to take part. We called ourselves the Grizzly Bears, but we have never submitted our answers as we're not that good." I'm sure you are. Anyway, apparently they end up chatting too much. It says, "You've really cheered us up during this difficult time of lockdown and furlough, and we've all really enjoyed the last 3 months. The highlights for them include my goddaughter Natalie's birthday in April, counting my cat's toes." Cats don't have toes, I've said this before. "And my husband trying to count my teeth and still getting it wrong. Please read this out and give a big shout out to the team just before you start the quiz, as they may have all shut up by then. Or please mention Sophie, Natalie's sister, who sometimes joins us from Canada. And thanks again, Rob, and the whole Wickham Sound team for the amazing job you do." Thank you, Shona. Really love that email.
The Rob Lesperance Wednesday night pub quiz. Round 1. Potluck.
So enough slapping ourselves on the back then. Let's get on with this. We have a pub quiz to do. Round 1 tonight is Potluck. Let me tell you about Potluck. Every single question in round 1 comes from one of the categories, one of the rounds that we would normally do. So we start off with question number 1, which is general knowledge. So question 1, general knowledge. In which city is the European Parliament based? In which city is the European Parliament based is question number 1 tonight on Potluck. And this is your general knowledge question tonight. In which city is the European Parliament based? Question number 1. Question number 1. In which city is the European Parliament based? Okay, question number 2 this evening is a film and TV question. In the film Notting Hill, what was the name of the character played by Rhys Ifans? In the film Notting Hill, what was the name of the character played by Rhys Ifans? Question number 2. I love that film, by the way. I'm going to stick my neck out and say I'm going to stick it in the top 5 films for me, I think. Love it. In the film Notting Hill, what was the name of the character played by Rhys Ifans? Question number 2. Can't believe we've got our own quiz baby. It's exciting, isn't it? Question, and when I say our own, it's obviously, metaphorically speaking. Question number 3 then is art and literature. For which book is Richard Adams best known? That is question number 3, art and lit. For which book is Richard Adams best known? For which book is Richard Adams best known? Question number 3. Richard Adams. Read that book at school, actually. Did. Okay, question number 4. Which World War II, this is a history question, which World War II mission had the code name Operation Chastise? Which World War II mission had the code name Operation chastise? That's a history question, and it is question number 4. Which World War II mission had the code name Operation Chastise? Number 4, history. Number 5 is a geography question, which is, what is the name of the highest mountain in England? What is the name of the highest mountain in England? Question number 5, geography. Question number 6, then, is a Eurovision question. Yes, we did a Eurovision round a little while ago. In which year did Bucks Fizz win the Eurovision Song Contest? In which year did Bucks Fizz win the Eurovision Song Contest? Number 6 is a Eurovision question. Okay. Number 7, then, is science and nature. SN is the chemical symbol for which element? SN is the chemical symbol for which element? S for sugar. Oh, actually, it should be Sierra. What's N? Oh, phonetic alphabet. Sierra. Oh, I should know this, shouldn't I? We'll have to look this up. I can't remember. Isn't it? SN. Oh, we'll come back to that. What is SN the chemical symbol for?
November.
Oh, yeah, thank you. November. Yeah, I knew that. Number 8 is a sports question. What is the sum of all of the numbers around a dartboard? What is the sum of all of the numbers around a dartboard? Question number 8. Question number 9 tonight is a music question. And your music question is this. Which famous singer was born David Jones in 1947? Which famous singer was born David Jones in 1947? That is question number 9, which is your music question in Potluck. And finally in this round, and I think it's fair to say this is definitely my favourite question of the night. We're peaking early. It's a health and beauty question. I think we've never done one of those before. This is even more exciting. Health and beauty, question number 10. Now, according to the Bosley Hair Transplant Company, how many hairs are there in the average eyebrow? We want this to the nearest 50, please. You are allowed to count. So, according to the Bosley Hair Transplant Company, how many hairs are there in the average eyebrow? And we need that to the nearest 50, please. According to the Bosley Hair Transplant Company, how many hairs are there in the average eyebrow? To the nearest 50. Right, let's go through them again. Again, potluck questions, 1 from each category. Question 1 in potluck is general knowledge. In which city is the European Parliament based? That is question number 1. Question number 2, film and TV. In the film Notting Hill, what was the name of the character played by Rhys Ifans? Rhys Ifans, question number 2. Number 3, art and literature. For which book is Richard Adams best known? For which book is Richard Adams best known? Number 3. History is number 4. In World War II mission, which World War II mission had the code name Operation Chastise? Operation Chastise. Geography is number 5. What is the name of the highest mountain in England? Number 5. Number 6 then is Eurovision. In which year did Bucks Fizz win the Eurovision Song Contest? Number 7, SN is the chemical symbol for which element? SN. Number 8, what is the sum of all the numbers around a dartboard? Number 9 is a music question, which is which famous singer was born David Jones in 1947? And the last question in round one is health and beauty, which is, according to the Bosley Hair Transplant Company, how many hairs are there in the average eyebrow to the nearest 50? Okay, so if you're a plucker, probably not the person to count on, nor if you've got a monobrow. Probably not. So how many are there to the nearest 50? You can count. I mean, I guess you could do like a centimetre and then kind of multiply it up. That would probably be the easiest way to do it. How many eyebrows, or how many hairs are there in the average eyebrow? And we'll give you the answers to that a little bit later. Now, first quickfire music round is coming up. 10 artists, 10 titles. If you're playing your Joker on this round, you need to get both the artist and title right to get an additional point. So there are 20 points up for grabs, plus a further 10 points if you've played your Joker. And tonight, number 11, we're going to do what we did last week, if you were listening. The 11th question tonight is a well-known song, and we're playing it backwards for you. There are 3 points available for that 11th song, but we do need the artist and title. Here it comes.
The quick fire music round.
Yeah, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke.
Anytime you want to, you can turn me on to. Think you've had too much of this life.
I lay upon my side with all the windows open wide, couldn't press.
Something in your eyes was so inviting.
When I'm with you, baby, I go out of my head.
Look what you made me do. I was somebody new.
Give me all your love and anything else you got too.
The quick fire music round.
So there we go. First play of the quickfire music round. 10 artists, 10 titles. Now, studio at wickhamsound.org.uk. You know the drill. In the subject of the email, please put your team name and the round you're entering. Studio at wickhamsound.org.uk. We're going to take a break and we'll play that again for you in a couple of minutes. Play a song. Round 2, TV and film, will be in about 10 minutes' time.
This is the Rob Lesperance Wednesday night pub quiz.
In the future.
Thanks for streaming the Wickham Sound Pub Quiz. Due to copyright restrictions, we can't play the songs between the quiz questions on YouTube and Facebook. To hear the full programme, including all the songs, please tune in to Wickham Sound on 106.6 FM in High Wycombe, or you can find us on Radio Player. We'll be back with the quiz just as soon as the songs are finished.
This is the award-winning Wickham Sound. Online, on Radio Player, on 106.6 FM, and streaming on Facebook Live. It's the Rob Lesperance Wednesday night pub quiz.
Get out my pub.
Here we are then, quiz 14 on a Wednesday night. One more after this, then the pubs reopen. But the thing is, right, everyone's saying that we might go back into lockdown at some point. So if we do, well, we'll be back. It's as simple as that. We're just going to follow the government's advice. That's how it works here. Okay, so studio@wickhamsound.org.uk. Studio@wickhamsound.org.uk is our email address. That's where you get your answers sent to. Now, if you want to hear the quick fire music round again, listen carefully. There's 10 songs in here and one backwards. We just need to know what they are.
The quick fire music round.
Yeah, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke.
Anytime you want to, you can turn me on to.
Think you've had too much of this life. I lay upon my side with all the windows open wide. Couldn't pressure.
Something in your eyes was so inviting.
When I'm with you, baby, I go out of my head.
Look what you made me do. I was somebody new.
Give me all your love and anything else you got too.
The quick fire music round.
I've been hearing symphonies. Before all I heard was silence. A rhapsody for you and me. And every melody is timeless. Life was stringing me along. Then you came and you cut me loose. Was solo singing on my own.
Thanks for streaming the Wickham Sound Pub Quiz. Due to copyright restrictions, we can't play the songs between the quiz questions on YouTube and Facebook. To hear the full programme, including all the songs, please tune in to Wickham Sound on 106.6 FM in High Wycombe, or you can find us on Radio Player. We'll be back with the quiz just as soon as the songs are finished. go. Sounds like a children's story, doesn't it? Bandit, Zara Larsson and Symphony on Wickham Sound.
The Rob Lesperance Wednesday night pub quiz. Round 2. Film and TV.
Film and TV. Before we do that, I can tell you now that question that we just did about the eyebrows, one of the teams who submitted their answer, has got it absolutely spot on to the very follicle. Unbelievable. I'll tell you who that is later. Anyway. Right, so round 2 tonight. Film and TV, 10 questions. And here we go with question number 1. So, for what movie did Steven Spielberg win his first Oscar for Best Director? Is question number 1. For what movie did Steven Spielberg win his first Oscar for Best Director? Question number 1. For what movie did Steven Spielberg win his first Oscar for Best Director? Question number 1 tonight. TV and film. Don't forget, if you're not watching on YouTube or on Facebook Live, of course you can do. You can see all the questions popping up on the screen. It's quite cool to see and to watch. Unfortunately, we can't play the music between the quiz because of copyright reasons, but you can see all the questions come up, and you can see me as well. I'm not sure that's a good thing, but you can see what we're up to here in the studio. Question number 2 then. Which was the first colour film to receive a Best Picture Oscar? Gosh, I didn't realise that. 2 Oscar questions next to each other. What was the first colour film to win a Best Picture Oscar? Question number 2. It's going to be weird not doing this show on a Wednesday night coming up. I think everyone who's worked on this show, we should all go down the pub and do a quiz. Number 3 then. Who played the Prince Regent in Blackadder the Third? Who played the Prince Regent in Blackadder the Third is question number 3. Who played the Prince Regent in Blackadder the Third? Question number 3. Question number 4 in TV and film. In Doctor Who was the creator of the Daleks? In Doctor who was the creator of the Daleks? Number 4 of TV and film tonight. Who was the creator of the Daleks? Question number 5 then. What name did Tom Hanks give to his volleyball companion in the film Castaway? That is a great film, by the way. What name did Tom Hanks give to his volleyball companion in the film Castaway? That scene where the volleyball floats off and he's absolutely distraught. Incredible. What name did Tom Hanks give to his volleyball companion in the film Castaway? All right, number 6 then. Question number 6 tonight. Who pilots Thunderbird 1? Who pilots Thunderbird 1? I can never remember what colour Thunderbird 1 was. Blue. Yeah, blue apparently. Oh, it's blue. Oh, no, my Thunderbird. Who pilots Thunderbird 1 is question number 6. Number 7 then. Who wrote the TV series Only Fools and Horses? Who wrote the TV series Only Fools and Horses is number 7. Who wrote the TV series Only Fools and Horses is question numero 7 tonight. Oh, a bit of French there coming in again. Can't get it out of my system after last week. I've been practicing though.
Fais ce que tu voudras.
Yeah. Okay. Question number 8. In Coronation Street, who played Mike Baldwin? In Coronation Street, who played Mike Baldwin is question number 8 tonight. Coronation Street, Mike Baldwin. When he had his affair with Deirdre. Mind you. And then there was Ken, of course. He had an affair with the woman from the Weatherfield Gazette. What was the name? Crozier. Wendy Crozier. Terrible set of dealings. Anyway, in Coronation Street, who played Mike Baldwin? Going off on a bit of a 1970s Coronation Street rant, though. Number 9, then. Who played Jerry in the film Jerry Maguire? Who played Jerry in the film Jerry Maguire? Sure it was Wendy Crozier at the Weatherfield Gazette. Who played Jerry in the film Jerry Maguire? And last but not least, my second favourite question of the night. Which Womble, yes, Womble, was named after a South American river? Which Womble was named after a South American river? And those are your 10 questions on TV and film, round 2 tonight. Good questions there, I think. Let's go through them one more time then. Question number 1. For what movie did Steven Spielberg win his first Oscar for Best Director? Question 1 tonight. Question 2. Which was the first colour film to win a Best Picture Oscar? Number 2. Number 3. Who played the Prince Regent in Blackadder the Third? Number 4 then. In Doctor Who was the creator of the Daleks? Number 5, what name did Tom Hanks give to his volleyball companion in the film Castaway? Number 6, who pilots Thunderbird 1? The pilot of Thunderbird 1. Number 7, who wrote the TV series Only Fools and Horses? Number 8, in Coronation Street, who played Mike Baldwin? Number 9, who played Jerry in the film Jerry Maguire? And last but not least in this round, number 10, which Womble was named after a South American river? There we go, 10 questions, TV and film, bit of a trip back to 1970s Coronation Street. I'm sure it was Wendy Crozier, who was the woman at the Weatherfield Gazette who had an affair with Ken Barlow, pretty sure. Anyway, last time I'm going to play you the quick fire music round now. You have 10 pieces of music in here, or 11 I suppose actually. The first 10 are artist and title. We need to know what they are. The 11th is worth 3 points and it's backwards. Here it comes.
The quick fire music round.
Yeah, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke.
Anytime you want to, you can turn me on to.
Think you've had too much of this life. I lay upon my side with all the windows open wide, getting fresh.
Something in your eyes was so inviting.
When I'm with you, baby, I go out of my head.
Look what you made me do. I was somebody new.
Give me all your love and anything else you got too.
The quick fire music round.
So there we go. All 10 songs plus the reverse one as well. Don't forget, if you're playing your Joker on that round, you need to get a full artist and title to get your extra point. And of course, there's 3 points in addition you can get if you get the reverse song as well. So studio@wickhamsound.org.uk is the email address for your answers. Don't forget, team, I've said this so many times, I should just record this. Team name and the round you're entering in the subject. We're going to take a break and we will do the answers for you at about 10 to 9 tonight.
This is the Rob Lesperance Wednesday night pub quiz.
In the future, you'll be able to watch.
Thanks for streaming the Wickham Sound Pub Quiz. Due to copyright restrictions, we can't play the songs between the quiz questions on YouTube and Facebook. To hear the full programme, including all the songs, please tune in to Wickham Sound on 106.6 FM in High Wycombe, or you can find us on Radio Player. We'll be back with the quiz just as soon as the songs are finished.
On Radio Player, on 106.6 FM, and streaming on Facebook Live. It's the Rob Lesbrun's Wednesday Night Pub Quiz.
Get out my pub.
Just under 2 minutes to get your answers in. Studio at wickhamsound.org.uk, if you please. Should say hello to a few people who've tuned in this evening on Facebook this evening. We've got Leslie in this evening. Hello, Leslie. Andy Aliff in tonight as well. Sue Snell watching. Hello, Sue. How are you? Nice to see you. See you for a little while. Nicola Walker saying good evening from the Baby Zoomers. Yes, the Zoomers are out and about tonight. Katie Savage, obviously, I wonder if she's still listening, or if this is the lady who's had the baby. We have our first show baby, by the way, if you've just tuned in. This is very exciting. The Quizzy McQuizface team have had a baby since we last spoke to you. Apparently, born at 9:41 last week during the pub quiz, which would have been just around the time we were about to do the answers, I suppose, wouldn't it? How very exciting. Nigel James watching tonight as well. Katie Savage, Deborah Tarbuck, Mimi Harker watching tonight as well, which is very nice as well. Thank you very much to everyone who's tuned in. Don't forget, you can see all the questions up on YouTube and on Facebook as well. So it's fully interactive tonight, and we'll see if we can get the halftime results up and up ready and done for you before 9 this evening. Anyway, let's play a song. We'll do the answers to the first lot in just a sec.
I live my day.
Thanks for streaming the Wickham Sound Pub Quiz. Due to copyright restrictions, we can't play the songs between the quiz questions on YouTube and Facebook. To hear the full programme, including all the songs, please tune in to Wickham Sound on 106.6 FM in High Wycombe, or you can find us on Radio Player. We'll be back with the quiz just as soon as the songs are finished. Zara Larsson, Lush Live.
Second time is one to let.
Right, let's do the answers.
The Rob Lesperance Wednesday night pub quiz. The answers.
So we start off then with round one, which was pot luck this evening. I should say, by the way, we're not accepting any more answers on email for rounds 1, 2, or the first quick fire music round. So if you do send them to me, I've said this before, we're just going to rip them up. Simple as that. Anyway, round one, pot luck. First question was general knowledge. In which city is the European Parliament based? The answer to that is Strasbourg. Strasbourg, not Brussels. Many people say Brussels. It's not, it's Strasbourg. And number two then, film and TV. In the film Notting Hill, what was the name of the character played by Rhys Ifans? It was Spike. Spike was the character. With his T-shirts as he went up and down the stairs. Anyway, you get the idea. Number three, art and lit. For which book is Richard Adams best known? It was Watership Down. Watership Down. That's how I read that at school. It's good. Number four then, history. In which World War II mission had the codename Operation Chastise? It was the Dam Busters. Yeah, it was the Dam Busters. Okay, question number 5 is geography. What is the name of the highest mountain in England? It was Scafell Pike. Scafell Pike, highest mountain in England. Number 6 then is the Eurovision question. In which year did Bucks Fizz win the Eurovision Song Contest? I think we pretty much got a moderately full set of marks on this one. 1981 was the year. And of course then we hosted it in 1982. But yes, 1981. Weirdly, it was up north, wasn't it, where we hosted the Eurovision Song Contest? Was it Huddersfield? Something like that, wasn't it? Sorry? Harrogate. Of course it was. I should know that. Harrogate. And number 7, science and nature. SN is the chemical symbol for which element? Tin. Yeah, tin is SN. Science and nature, number 7. At number 8 then, sport. What is the sum of all the numbers around a dartboard? The answer is 210. Loads of people getting it right. 210. Well done. Number 9. Which famous singer was born David Jones in 1947? The answer was David Bowie. Now, my favourite question of the night is question number 10, which is health and beauty. According to the Bosley Hair Transplant Company, how many hairs are there on the average eyebrow? You can be within 50. Now, one of our teams tonight got this absolutely spot on. The team who have got this completely right, and I'm almost inclined to give them a bonus point for this, actually. Should we give them a bonus point? We'll give them, for getting it exactly right, I think we'll give them a bonus point of, we'll give them a couple of points extra for this. 250 hairs was the answer. Palomino, Team Palomino, well done, Palominos, very good indeed. 250. Anyway, there we go. That is question... or round number 1, which of course was our potluck round tonight. Quite enjoyed doing that. Let's move on straight away to round. We've got fireworks. Question number 1 of round 2, film and TV. Then, for which movie did Steven Spielberg win his first Oscar for Best Director? It was Schindler's List. Question number 2. Then, what was the first colour film to win the Best Picture Oscar? Gone with the Wind in 1939. Yeah, 1939. Gone with the Wind is what we were after. Who played the Prince Regent in Blackadder III? Hugh Laurie was the answer. Hugh Laurie. Number 4 then. In Doctor Who was the creator of the Daleks? Of course, it was Davros. Davros was who we were looking for. Now, number 5. What name did Tom Hanks give to his volleyball companion in the film Castaway? Great film. Wilson was the name. Wilson? I'm going into Friday night here. Number 6. Who plays Thunderbird 1? It was Scott. Who pilots Thunderbird 1? Scott Tracy is the answer to number 6. Number 7. Who wrote the TV series Only Fools and Horses? Well, it was John Sullivan. And number 8, who played in Coronation Street? Who played Mike Baldwin? It was Johnny Briggs. two more in this round. Who played Jerry in the film Jerry Maguire? Well, that was, of course, Tom Cruise. Last question in round 2 is which Womble was named after a South American river? Well, the answer we were looking for there, of course, was Orinoco. Yes, Orinoco was the name. South American river, Orinoco. Good, those are the answers to rounds 1 and rounds 2, which means we need to rattle through the quick fire music round. Now, 10 artists, 10 titles, and a reverse piece of music as well. Are you ready? Okay, here we go.
The quick fire music round.
Rudimental these days. Phil Collins, Groovy Kind of Love. AC/DC, Back in Black. The Libertines, Can't Stand Me Now. Good song. REM, Everybody Hurts. First song on Radio 1, The Move and Flowers in the Rain.
Something in your eyes.
Sinatra, Strangers in the Night, of course. I just can't get enough. The Saturdays. Sam Smith and Normandy and Dancing with a Stranger. Transvision Vamp and Baby I Don't Care. And did you get this one?
The quick fire music round.
If you play it the right way round. Bryan Adams, Summer of 69. How did you get on? We'll give you the halftime marks in just a second.
I got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and dime, played it to my face.
Thanks for streaming. The Wickham Sound played their jokers, so to be fair, it may not be a complete reflection. At number 3, in joint third place, Teletubbies and Streets Ahead tonight, both in joint third. In second place tonight, having played their joker, Baby Zoomers. In first place at half-time tonight, Team Humpty Dumpty. Yes, there is a team called Humpty Dumpty playing tonight. Right, news on the way. Go and get yourself a drink, top up your peanuts. We'll be back with the pub quiz in just a few minutes' time.
National and international news.
Thanks for streaming the Wickham Sound pub quiz. Due to copyright restrictions, we can't play the songs between the quiz questions on YouTube and Facebook. To hear the full programme, including all the songs, please tune in to Wickham Sound on 106.6 FM in High Wycombe, or you can find us on Radio Player. We'll be back with the quiz just as soon as the songs are finished.
weather.
So a cool and mostly dry night with the chance of the odd shower. Some clear spells are likely to develop towards the end of the night, towards dawn. Breezy with a brisk southwesterly wind. Dawn's not a good time for me, I have to tell you. The dog wakes up around dawn and starts barking at birds at the moment. Not a lot of fun, just saying. Anyway, more unsettled weather tomorrow. It's going to be rather cloudy for a time with thundery showers. Tonight it's going to be 11 degrees. Tomorrow a little bit warmer at 20 degrees. And sunrise tomorrow morning, which I can't wait for, 4:51.
It's the Rob Lesperance Wednesday Night Pub Quiz. Hour 2.
So the scores are the half-time marks then. Teletubbies and Streets Ahead in third place, joint third place. Very good. Number 2, second place, Baby Zoomers, who played their Joker. Humpty Dumpty only leading by a few points ahead of Baby Zoomers. And they're in first place tonight. We do have, however, a steward's inquiry out on the proceedings this evening. Yes, we do have a steward's inquiry. The reason for this is because of our question about the European Parliament. So, if you Google the question, the answer comes as Strasbourg, which is what we checked. However, hang on a second, let's just put the European Parliament music on here. However, there is equal possibility that Brussels may be accepted as a correct answer. So bear with us and I will give you the answer to that and whether we're going to accept it after this song here from Coldplay. It's Charlie Brown on the quiz tonight. Get yourself a quick top up of a drink, top up your peanuts, any nibbles you might fancy, and we will do the quiz, the next round, which of course is Wipeout, in just a few minutes' time. Thanks for streaming the Wickham Sound Pub Quiz. Due to copyright restrictions, we can't play the songs between the quiz questions on YouTube and Facebook. To hear the full programme, including all the songs, please tune in to Wickham Sound on 106.6 FM in High Wycombe, or you can find us on Radio Player. We'll be back with the quiz just as soon as the songs are finished. Thanks for streaming the Wickham Sound Pub Quiz. Due to copyright restrictions, we can't play the songs between the quiz questions on YouTube and Facebook. To hear the full programme, including all the songs, please tune in to Wickham Sound on 106.6 FM in High Wycombe, or you can find us on Radio Player. We'll be back with the quiz just as soon as the songs are finished. Christopher Cross then, and Run Like the Wind. Very good. Okay, it's a little bit of housekeeping then. We had a steward's inquiry out on the European Parliament question. After much deliberation, we are going to accept one of the following three answers for that question. You could say Brussels, you can say Strasbourg, or you can say Luxembourg. Any one of those three we will accept. Also, message in from Deborah Tarbuck. Hello, Tarbuck's playing tonight. They said we're not sending the answers in, but we're marking our own. Fine, if you want to play along at home, that's okay. It says we gave ourselves 2 extra points for getting 250 hairs. Alan got it right. Well done, Alan. It says, and their son Dan's joining in tonight. She's given me their score, which I have to tell you at half time puts you in second place. Oh yes, it was the Tarbucks, by the way, that a few weeks ago, you may remember this, spilt peanuts all over the place. Hang on, can I just do this? I just need to go to the camera here. They sent me a picture. Here we go. So can I do that? Does that work? There you go. You get the idea. Loads of peanuts going on in the Tarbuck household this evening. So anyway, well done. Yes, that puts you in second place. Very good indeed.
The Rob Lesperance Wednesday night pub quiz. Round 3.
So round 3 this evening is the Wipeout round. If you haven't played this before, it's all very simple in the Wipeout round. Get the question wrong, and we take away all of your points in this round. So you don't score anything if you get the question wrong. So you know the rules. If you don't know the answer, if you're not sure, don't give us your answer, because we will take points away if you get it wrong. So that's how it works. 10 questions, can be anything in here. Are you ready then? Here we go with Wipeout. The graphics are going again. Look. Wipeout question number 1. After how many years of marriage would you celebrate your Ruby anniversary? Is question number 1, Wipeout. How many years of marriage would you celebrate your Ruby anniversary? Some people say too many. I wouldn't, of course. Not when she sat behind me. After how many years of marriage would you celebrate your Ruby anniversary? Okay, question number 2 on Wipeout tonight. If you were born on Halloween, what star sign would you be? If you were born on Halloween, what star sign would you be? That is your second Wipeout question. I haven't played this for a little while. Let's do that. Not annoying, is it? If you're born on Halloween, what star sign would you be? Number 3, then. What is the most expensive property in the board game Monopoly? We've had a few Monopoly and Cluedo questions over the last few. Well, I like a good Cluedo and Monopoly question. Can't be the Waddington's question. What is the most expensive property on the board game Monopoly? Question number 3. Obviously the UK version, the English version. Others don't count. Question number 4 then. Which company makes the chocolate biscuit Kit Kat? Which company makes the chocolate biscuit Kit Kat? That's question number 4. And question number 5 tonight. Name the brand. I'm a secret lemonade drinker. I'm a secret lemonade drinker. Name the brand. That is question number 5 on Wipeout tonight. In your stripy pyjamas, opening the fridge. I'm a secret lemonade drinker. Name the brand. Question number 5. Number 6 then. What are the cave structures called that grow from the ground up? What are the cave structures called that grow from the ground up? Is question number 6 on Wipeout tonight. Question number 6. It's a bit cooler this week, isn't it? I was thinking about that. It was really hot this time last week, wasn't it? So much nicer. Now then, number 7. On the London Underground, what line is represented by the colour yellow? On the London Underground, which line is represented by the colour yellow? That is number 7. What line is represented by the colour yellow on the London Underground? Number 7. At number 8 then, what does the letter Q stand for in Qantas, the Australian international airline? What does the letter Q stand for in Qantas, the Australian international airline? Question number 8 in Wipeout tonight. Can't believe the Palomino's got 250 hairs. I suppose the Tarbucks did as well. Very good. I'm quite impressed with that. What does Q stand for in Qantas, the Australian international airline? Question number 8. 2 to go in this round then. First one is this, question number 9. In a deck of cards, what is the total value of only the numeric cards in all suits? Okay, one more time. In a deck of cards, what is the total value of only the numeric cards in all suits? That is question number 9. In a deck of cards, what is the total value of only the numeric cards in all suits? Number 9. Last question then in the Wipeout round, round 3. Number 10. How many presidents' heads are sculpted on Mount Rushmore? How many presidents' heads are sculpted on Mount Rushmore? That is question number 10 in the Wipeout round. How many presidents' heads are sculpted on Mount Rushmore? Shall we go through it one more time then? Okay, good. Question number... question... Yes, all right, write that down then. 918. That's going in the trail for next week. Number 1. After how many years of marriage would you celebrate your ruby anniversary? After how many years of marriage would you celebrate your ruby anniversary is question number 1. Number 2. If you were born on Halloween, what star sign would you be? Number 3. What is the most expensive property in the board game Monopoly? Number 5. Number 4. Which company makes the chocolate biscuit Kit Kat? Number 5. Name the brand. I'm a secret lemonade drinker. Number 6. What are the cave structures called that grow up from the ground? Number 7, which line on the London Underground is represented by the colour yellow? Number 8, what does the letter Q stand for in Qantas, the Australian international airline? And then number 9, in a deck of cards, what is the total value of only the numeric cards in all suits? And then finally, question number 10, how many presidents' heads are sculpted on Mount Rushmore? studio@wickhamsound.org.uk, of course, is our email address. You do know the drill by now. Team name and round in the subject, please. studio@wickhamsound.org.uk. Now, next thing is the quick fire music round again. We have, exactly as before, 10 artists, 10 titles, so there's 20 points up for grabs there. Plus, you can get an extra 3 points if you get the last song, song 11, which is in reverse, just to make it a little bit harder for you. Listen carefully, they are quite quick. Here they come.
The quick fire music round.
I'm not above doing anything to restore. I've wasted all my tears. Wasted.
Fight the feeling. Leave it alone.
Sing me a love song. Drop me a.
If you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, he's playing ugly to me, and I wonder if he's ever had a day. It's a whole winter's day, a dream.
Summer's day, and sticky black tarmac. Pretty ducks in the park, gal, wishing you were far away.
No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my.
The quick fire music round.
So studio@wickhamsound.org.uk. Your answers in, if you wouldn't mind, please. And then we'll do the answers just before the end of the show. studio@wickhamsound.org.uk. Team name and the round in the subject. And then, as I say, we'll do the answers a little bit later on. Still to come, we've got another round to do. Of course, it's the music round this evening. Time right now to go yourself, get yourself a little bit of a top up. Crack open the beer or the wine, or a nice diet lemonade if you prefer. And we'll do round 4 very shortly.
This is the Rob Lesperance Wednesday night pub quiz.
Thanks for streaming the Wickham Sound Pub Quiz. Due to copyright restrictions, we can't play the songs between the quiz questions on YouTube and Facebook. To hear the full programme, including all the songs, please tune in to Wickham Sound on 106.6 FM in High Wycombe, or you can find us on Radio Player. We'll be back with the quiz just as soon as the songs are finished.
is the award-winning Wickham Sound. Online, on Radio Player, on 106.6 FM, and streaming on Facebook Live. It's the Rob Lesperance Wednesday Night Pub Quiz.
Get out my pub.
Show 14 tonight, which means we've got one more to do. That will be 15 shows. When we started this, I know I've said this a few times before, we genuinely, honestly thought we'd only do about 3 or 4, and that would be that. 15 shows later, we're going to be giving up next Wednesday night, and then of course, if we, it could be that we go into lockdown again at some point, and then we'll come back and do it then. And we have also said that we'll bring this back and do it at some point because it's been fun to do, and it was kind of like a period of time where everyone was at home. So actually, it's been quite a unique thing to do. But we've all enjoyed it, and I think we will bring the pub quiz back at some point. Maybe not for the next few weeks, but certainly within the next few months, we may do one or two, or even a special or something. Who knows? But we're not going to be gone forever. And if we do go back into lockdown, we will be back, because frankly we have nothing else to do. Right, we have what have we got? We have a quick fire music round going at the moment, which is rather good. I'm going to play it for you one more time. The reverse song at the end is causing some trouble. I'll play it for you one more time. Now we'll do it again in about 5 minutes' time. Listen carefully. 10 artists, 10 titles, and one in reverse. What are they?
The quick fire music round.
I'm not above doing anything to restore. I've wasted all my tears. Wasted.
Fight the feeling. Leave it alone.
Sing me a love song. Drop me a.
If you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, he's playing ugly to me, and I wonder if he's ever had a day. It's a hard winter's day, a dream.
Summer's day, and sticky black tarmac. Pretty ducks in the park, gal, wishing you were far away.
No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my.
The quick fire music round.
Coming to you on a dust road. Good loving, I got a truckload. And when you get it, you got some
Thanks for streaming the Wickham Sound Pub Quiz. Due to copyright restrictions, we can't play the songs between the quiz questions on YouTube and Facebook. To hear the full programme, including all the songs, please tune in to Wickham Sound on 106.6 FM in High Wycombe, or you can find us on Radio Player. We'll be back with the quiz just as soon as the songs are finished. Sheeran, beautiful people. We are looking at the things. We've had one team wipe out tonight. Everybody, I'm not going to tell you who it is yet. One team has wiped out. Yeah, it's always really disappointing when you get a wipeout. You kind of see if you can bend the rules a bit to see if we can give them the point. But no, we have a wipeout this evening. I'll tell you who that is in just a sec.
The Rob Lesperance Wednesday night pub quiz. Round 4. Music.
So the final round tonight is our music round, round 4 this evening. Again, we have 10 answers here, so you can get 10 points if you're playing your Joker. You can get an extra point for each of those. So, are you ready then? 10 points. Question number 1, round 4, which is music. John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John had UK number 1 hit singles in 1978 with which 2 songs? John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John had, it's an old joke, isn't it? Had UK number 1 hit singles in 1978 with which 2 songs? That is question number 1 of our music round tonight. Now, my daughter is doing, has a law degree. She's doing a law course at the moment, and did many years studying the whole European Union thing and European Parliament. And she's outraged that I got that question wrong tonight. Literally outraged. It's just, she can do law. I can do 80s pop music. That's the difference. Call her mother's genes, that's all I'll say. Okay, question number 1. John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John had the UK number 1 hit singles in 1978 with which 2 songs? Question number 1. Question number 2. What is the common title of hit singles from David Bowie, 5, and Chris Rea? What is the common title of hit singles from David Bowie, 5, and Chris Rea? So those bands have all had a song with the same name. What is it? What common title? David Bowie, Five, and Chris Rea. It's the old joke, isn't it? Chris Rea's on tour with Dire Straits. I can't do the rest of that joke. Okay. What is the common title of hit singles? David Bowie, Five, Chris Rea. Number 3, then. What do the songs Yellow Pearl by Phil Lynott, Whole Lot of Love by CCS, and The Wizard by Paul Hardcastle have in common? Easy? Difficult? What do the songs Yellow Pearl by Phil Lynott, Whole Lot of Love by CCS, and The Wizard by Paul Hardcastle have in common? That will be question number 3 in our last round tonight. Okay, question number 4 then. What was the last album ever recorded by the Beatles? What was the last album ever recorded by the Beatles? What was the last album ever recorded by the Beatles? He's number 4. Question number 5 then. Who had a hit single in the 1980s with Pass the Dutchie, which was the name we used to give my grandmother? He did. Oh, Gertie. Who had a hit single? What her name was? Who had a hit single in the 1980s with Pass the Dutchie? Question number 5. Lived at number 30 as well. I used to call her Dirty Gertie for number 30. Number 30, Cuckoo Lane she used to live in. Anyway, there we go. Who had a hit single in the 1980s with Pass the Dutchie? Now, we've done one of these before, but I thought it might be worth kind of digging it out again. Always fun to do. In the song, The 12 Days of Christmas, what did my true love send to me on the 9th day? On the 9th day, what did my true love send to me? We're almost as far away from Christmas as we could possibly get, really, aren't we? Just within a few days. In the song 12 Days of Christmas, what did my true love send to me? Number 7 then. What is Victoria Beckham's maiden name? What is Victoria Beckham's maiden name? Question number 7. Victoria Beckham's maiden name, number 7 tonight. 3 to go, chaps. 3 to go. We're there. Number 8. Which of the Bee Gees are twins? Which of the Bee Gees are twins? We'd like their first names, please. Which of the Bee Gees are twins? Question number 8 in the music round. Question number 9. By which name is Graham McPherson better known as in the music world? By which name is Graham McPherson better known in the music world? Question number 9. And last but not least, final question tonight. Question 10. Which TV actor provided the voice for Bob the Builder on his number 1 hit? Which TV actor provided the voice for Bob the Builder on his number 1 hit? That's question number 10 of this evening. That means we're done. Questions are done. Now, the hair question that we had earlier, just on the eyebrow thing, Team Teletubbies were playing that a little bit earlier. And it was suggested that the correct answer should be 250. And they got overridden by another member of their team who came in. What was the override number? Can we remember what the override number was? Was it 50? Yeah. No, it was 250. So they almost got it right, but didn't quite. Okay, shall we go through these one more time then? Just quickly recap these questions for you in music. Question number 1 tonight. John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John had a number 1 hit single in 1978 with which 2 songs? Question 2. What is the common title of hit singles from David Bowie, Five, and Chris Rea? Number 3. What do the songs Yellow Pearl by Phil Lynott, Whole Lot of Love by CCS, and The Wizard by Paul Hardcastle have in common? Number 4. What was the last album ever recorded by The Beatles? Number 5. Who had a hit single in the 1980s with Pass the Dutchie? In the song The 12 Days of Christmas, what did my true love send to me on the 9th day? Question number 7 then. What is Victoria Beckham's maiden name? Victoria Beckham's maiden name. What else have we got here? In the song, I got that the wrong way around, didn't I? Number 6, sorry. In the song The 12 Days of Christmas, what did my true love send to me on the 9th day? Number 7 was the Victoria Beckham one. Number 8, which of the Bee Gees are twins? Number 9, by which name is Graham McPherson better known in the music world? And last but not least, last question then, which TV actor provided the voice for Bob the Builder on his number 1 hit single? Okay, last play of the quick fire music round for you now. Have a listen to this. So you've got 10 artists, 10 titles, and 1 backwards, which is worth 3 points. Here we go.
The quick fire music round.
I'm not above doing anything to restore. Watch me now. Hey, work it out, baby. I've wasted all my tears. Wasted.
Fight the feeling. Leave it alone.
Sing me a love song. Drop me a...
If you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, he's played ugly to me, and I wonder if he's ever had a day. It's a hard winter's day, a dream.
Summer's night and sticky black tarmac. Pretty ducks in the park, and wishing you were far away.
No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my.
The quick fire music round.
You have 5 minutes to get your answers in. Studio at wickhamsound.org.uk. Studio at wickhamsound.org.uk. You know the drill by now. Put your team name and put the subject, team name and round number in the subject, and then we will get the answers over to you in about 5 minutes' time.
This is the Rob Lesperance Wednesday night pub
0.6
quiz.
FM in High Wycombe, or you can find us on Radio Player. We'll be back with the quiz just as soon as the songs are finished.
Yeah, my pub.
9:45 Wednesday evening. You have just over 3 minutes, 3 minutes and 4 seconds to get back to us with your answers for rounds 3, 4, and the final quickfire music round. Studio at wickhamsound.org.uk. Here's a tune for you. Back to Thanks for streaming the Wickham Sound Pub Quiz. Due to copyright restrictions, we can't play the songs between the quiz questions on YouTube and Facebook. To hear the full programme, including all the songs, please tune in to Wickham Sound on 106.6 FM in High Wycombe, or you can find us on Radio Player. We'll be back with the quiz just as soon as the songs are finished. Houston, So Emotional. Before that, Hue and Cry and Labour of Love, which is a great song from the late 80s. I haven't heard that for ages. Right, now 10 to 10, time ticking on. It means we need to do some of this.
The Rob Lesperance Wednesday night pub quiz. The answers.
So round 3 answers we're going to do first, which is the wipeout round. Then the music answers, then the quickfire music round. We'll try and get the answers to you before 10 o'clock tonight, so we need to crack on with this because it's just gone 10-2. Okay, so round 3 then. And I did tell you that one team was going to be wiped out on this. And one team, we are debating whether they get wiped out. And you may see some kind of spin wheel on Facebook or YouTube if you're watching. I'll explain that in a second. Let's go through the questions first of all then. After how many years of marriage would you celebrate your Ruby anniversary? Well, the answer to that is 40 years to celebrate your Ruby anniversary. If you were born on Halloween, what star sign would you be? Well, the answer is Scorpio. Scorpio is the answer to that, is question number 2. Question number 3 then. What is the most expensive property on the board game Monopoly? The answer is Mayfair. Mayfair. Now, one of the teams has put Boardwalk for that, and so I'm afraid you have been wiped out. So you get one of these, I'm afraid. Yeah. Now, question number 4. Which company makes the chocolate biscuit Kit Kat? So the answer to that we were actually looking for is, now I never know quite how to say this. Is it Nestles or Nestle? I think we're going to go Nestles, just so we can say, Nestle could be. And this is where our dilemma comes, because Team Teletubbies this evening have said that actually it was Rowntree's. Now, here's the thing. Kit Kat was originally made by Rowntree's, but it isn't anymore. And this gives us a bit of a dilemma, because we don't know whether to wipe them out or not. And so we thought the only fair way of doing this is to spin a wheel to see. So if it lands on light blue here, they do get wiped out. If it lands on dark blue, they don't. So here we go. Let's spin that wheel, see where they get. Here it comes. It's nearly there, and it's landed on dark blue, which is good news. So you don't get wiped out. You can have the point. Very good evening. I was there with my laughter, applause, and everything. So well done. You get it right. Okay, question number 5 then. I'm a secret lemonade drinker. Do you remember this?
I'm a secret lemonade drinker. Whites. I'm trying to give it up, but it's one of those nights. Whites.
Lemonade. Yes, Whites.
I'm a secret lemonade drinker.
Oh, go on, hear it. Hear it all.
Whites lemonade. Whites lemonade.
A man in his pyjamas in front of a fridge. R. Whites, of course, secret lemonade drinker from the 1980s. What cave structures grow up from the ground? Well, of course, it's stalagmites. Mites go up, tights come down. That's how we all remember that, of course. Number 7, which line on the London Underground is represented by the colour yellow? Number 7, it's the Circle line. Number 8, then, we asked you, what does the letter Q stand for in Qantas, the Australian international airline? So that is Queensland. And if you didn't know, Qantas stands for Queensland and Northern Territory Aerial Services. So there we go, a little bit of aeroplane information for you. Queensland and Northern Territory Aerial Services. Number 9 then, in a deck of cards, what is the total value of only the numeric cards across all suits? The answer was 216. Which is very good indeed. And then the last question number 10 in Wipeout. How many presidents' heads are sculpted on Mount Rushmore? The answer was 4. It's George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. So there we go. Those are your 4 president heads on Mount Rushmore. We need to crack on with the answers to round 4, 5 to 10. We're getting close to the end of the show here. Question number 1 in music. John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John had UK number 1 hit singles in 1978 with which 2 songs? It was You're the One That I Want and Summer Nights. Question number 2. What is the common title of hit singles from David Bowie, Five, and Chris Rea? The answer is Let's Dance. Is the answer to question number 2. Number 3, what do the songs Yellow Pearl by Phil Lynott, Whole Lot of Love by CCS, and The Wizard by Paul Hardcastle have in common? Well, the answer is they've all been used as the theme tunes to Top of the Pops. They absolutely have. Number 4 then, what was the last album ever recorded by the Beatles? We've mentioned this album a few times on this show. It's Abbey Road. Abbey Road was the answer before. Number 5 then, who had a hit single in the 1980s with Pass the Dutchie upon the left-hand side? It was Musical Youth. Number 6, in the song The 12 Days of Christmas, my true love sent to me what on the 9th day? Well, he sent 9 ladies dancing. Very, very decent of you, thank you. Number 7, what is Victoria Beckham's maiden name? Well, the answer is Adams. She was Victoria Adams, of course, in the Spice Girls days. Name the what are the names of the Bee Gee twins? Number 8, well, Morris and Robin was the 2 we were looking for. Morris and Robin were the Bee Gee twins. Graham McPherson is better known as who in the musical world? Well, that would be Suggs. And the answer to the last question this evening: which TV actor provided the voice for Bob the Builder on his #1 hit single? Well, Neil Morrissey. Yeah, Neil Morrissey is the actor who played Bob the Builder. Thank you very much. Okay, so there we go. Those are your answers for Wipeout and music. We have to go through the quick fire music round for you quickly here. 10 artists, 10 titles, and a reverse item as well. Here we go.
The quick fire music round.
Billy Joel, An Innocent Man. Do You Love Me? The Contours. Simply Red, Holding Back the Years. Written on top of a bus in Manchester. Don't Ya? The Pussycat Dolls. Robbie Williams, No Regrets. Dua Lipa, Don't Start Now. All I Wanna Do, Sheryl Crow. From Pretty Woman, Roxette, It Must Have Been Love. The Jam, and That's Entertainment, bit of Paul Weller. And the greatest love of all, Whitney Houston. And did you get that one?
Quick fire music round.
Did you get the reverse one? Okay, we'll do it the right way round.
Wake me up before you go. I don't wanna miss it when you hit that high.
Yes, for 3 points. For 3 points. Wham. And Wake Me Up Before You Go. So there we go. That's the quick fire music round. That was complete nuts, wasn't it? But very good indeed. Which means that we have a winner. Thank you to everyone who's been taking part on the show today. Loads of people and loads of teams playing along, which is all good news. So here we go then. In third place tonight with 71 points, it's Team Teletubbies. Well done, Teletubbies. Thank goodness you didn't get wiped out. That could have been a mess. In second place with 74 points, Streets Ahead. And in first place with a whopping 91 points tonight, big round of applause for Team Humpty Dumpty. And that is it. Once again, congratulations to the McQuizface team. Well done on your baby. A quiz show baby. That's incredible, isn't it? Okay, we're back on Saturday for a mini quiz in the radio show. We'll be back here for the very last orders. The pub quiz, the final pub quiz, next Wednesday from 8. Please join us for that. It's going to be fun. And we're going to look forward to it. Don's next. We'll see you next Wednesday. Stay safe and have a great week. Ta-da.